All right, guys, so I'm going to show you the guides for how I thread my sewing machine, okay? So on your sewing machine, what you'll see is you'll see different guides on your machine that's going to show you how to thread it. Threading your machine is going to be different than winding the bobbin, okay? All right, so as you can see here, this right here says number 1. So this tells you to take the thread and bring it on my machine to bring it through there and then bring the thread out this way. Okay, I'm going to show you step 2. All right, it's a little blurry, but there is step 2. It's saying to bring the thread down. As you can see, it's kind of hard on my particular camera. Not sure why, but anyway. So you bring the thread down here, and then we come to number 3. It's going to say to bring the thread down and up here. Okay. And then next, what's going to happen for 4 is to bring the thread back here into this metal hoop inside of here. And then it's going to come down, which is step 5. And then next, what's going to happen is to bring the thread in between here. Okay. And then bring the thread down through here, like into the eye of the needle. What I do to get the thread to go through the needle is I kind of wet the ends of the thread with my tongue. We kind of take off a little bit of water with my finger, with my 2 fingers, and then I use that in order to get the thread to go through the eye of the needle. My sewing machine does have an automatic needle threader. However, I just use that particular trick I was just telling you about to get the thread to go through the needle, because sometimes your thread is not going to want to go through the eye of the needle. If you have a hard time seeing the eye of the needle, you can always use the automatic needle threader. That might be a little bit more helpful as well if you want to use that to get the thread through the needle. Okay. All right. So you could even use a magnifying glass or have somebody thread it for you if you have a hard time seeing the eye of the needle. What I can do here, I just turned on the light here. I didn't even think I had a light for the sewing machine anyway. I had no idea that I had one. But the light, as you can see, it actually makes everything a little bit easier for you to see. And you can start to see the numbers I was talking about. Okay. Like the number 2 up here, and then a 3. And then 4 is up here, and then 5's here. Okay. All right. So after I brought the thread through the eye of the needle, I just ended up bringing it. So I brought it through here. So brought it inside of that area with the foot, and then brought that thread back. Okay. As you notice here, I do not have a bobbin in here. And the reason I don't is because that's going to be another process that is going to be separate that I'll talk about later. Okay. So I already wound my bobbin, which is right here. My sewing machine did come with a wound bobbin already, but rather than cheating and using that one, I just ended up winding my own bobbin with some white thread instead. So I recommend learning how to wind your own bobbin and thread your machine so you can get more used to your sewing machine. Okay. So I think that's, pretty much gives you guys an idea. I hope that's super helpful. On your sewing machines, guys, it's going to be a little bit different in terms of threading your machine. In my sewing class, I used a different sewing machine to learn to wind the bobbin as well as thread the machine. So I was totally different. So for different sewing machines, there's going to be different steps for how to wind and how to thread a machine. They could be a little similar or different. My machine just has extra steps when it comes to putting the bobbin down here. So that's why I'm going to put that into another video. Okay. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Maybe at some point I might be able to actually show you guys like kind of step by step, like what I'm doing as I'm like threading my machine and stuff. I get a little bit of help with this, but anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this has been super duper helpful for those of you who are beginners like myself who are getting used to a sewing machine. And even if you're just getting back into sewing and you forgot, and it's never too late to start and learn and things like that. So thank you guys for watching and have a good evening. Bye.